Hey, Billy Earl! Billy Earl, get your ass off the damn roof! What's up, baby? Hey, man, this your boy Big Nate. I ain't talking to Billy Earl, man. Listen, Billy Earl didn't need to get his ass off the damn roof. But this your boy Big Nate with the real underground radio station. Hey, man, this Nate Logic, man. Hey, man, listen. I have been sitting back enjoying the conversation with my brother, Boss Marley.
Boss
Boss
Marley.
Marley.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Mr. Wickman.
Yes,
Theodore Mitchell. A
sir.
real boss.
Yes,
Real one.
sir.
Hey, man. What's up, brother? How you doing? Man, I feel like I need to give you a better introduction, man.
Hey, man, ain't nothing better than what you did for
Pine
me.
Bluff.
Dumas. Man, I'm from
Dumas.
Arkansas. I
Arkansas.
be everywhere, man.
Blytheville. Hey,
All that.
hey, before we go any further, though, you got to talk to the mic. You got to talk to the mic.
Oh yeah.
I know you want to
yeah,
get. I
yeah,
know you want to get relaxed, but
yeah,
we still got to talk to the mic so
I
people
just
can
came
hear.
straight out of work, man. One job to
Ooh.
another one, man. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Making real boss moves out
Ooh.
here, man. So
What's that you say? What's that you say? Did you say work?
making real work,
WORK.
work.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Something that I really didn't see myself getting out doing.
You ain't see yourself doing that?
Not working for nobody else.
We're gonna jump to that. We're gonna jump to that because I don't want the I want this to be as first. Let me give a little background. You know, I want everybody to understand the difference here on the Nate Logic Show. We want to have the type of conversation where you're getting a lot of in-depth understanding, deep conversations, because we want to give you the hard facts of life, the real game. We want to give you information that you can apply to your everyday life. Things that you can say, hey, go call your nephews, your nieces, or whoever, and say, sit down and listen to this conversation.
Right.
Because the Nate Logic Show, the goal of the show, the objective is to give you some real life game. It's to give you an opportunity to learn, give you an opportunity to see things from different perspectives, and to gain that knowledge and apply it to your everyday life. And you're gaining that knowledge from people who have maybe made some right turns, maybe made some wrong turns, but some people who's willing to sit down and share those life experiences and that game with you. Right. So I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm excited first of all because I realize the level of seriousness. I realize the game, the information that we're going to run across and we're going to be able to share, and how uplifting your story and your journey is.
Right.
And your ability to speak about it.
Right.
I've seen you speak with others about about your journey, and the level of passion, the sincerity, it comes across. Real, we say it like this in our generation. Real recognize real.
Facts.
That's simply saying I feel your sincerity.
Right.
I feel how genuine you are about this. I understand how you feel.
Right.
So we hear these terms, real, recognize real, and we think it's some gang. No, that's me saying, brother, I feel you.
Right.
Brother, I understand how sincere. I understand how how passionate you are about this.
Right. Exactly.
So, first of all, where you from for real?
Man, I was born and raised in Dumas.
Dumas, Arkansas.
The Muddy. And around sixth grade, my mom made a transition into moving to Pine Bluff.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of say both.
Hold on, boss. I need to get my technical director over here to technical direct real quick. Because I'm looking at the camera, I don't see myself. And you know I like to look at me. My technical director ain't been technical directing. My technical director, man, we ain't gonna step outside in a minute, brother. Uh-oh, we technical directing now. There I go. I'm sorry, man. I had to let y'all see me. I'm such an impressionable debonair young fella, man. I'm a whole big meal. Oh, they see you in the camera. They see both of y'all in the camera now. You got to see. Uh-oh.
She don't like the camera.
You don't be on camera, babe.
That's my security. She don't like the camera.
Hey, man, sometimes security don't want to be on the camera.
Exactly.
What they don't understand, the queen protects the king, no.
Yeah.
That's heavy. Yeah. But I don't want, we going to get there.
Heavy is the head that wear the crown.
Ooh. When I say the queen protects the king.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly.
They don't understand that. If you're playing a game of chess, the queen is gonna do everything. The king ain't gotta move everywhere. Ain't gotta do everything. But the queen can go everywhere on that board.
Exactly.
She's going to do whatever it takes to protect the king. Whether it's to kill a pawn, whether it's to kill another queen, that queen is going to protect the. I don't want to get too.
But before you stop, did you not know that if I get that pawn down there to the other end, I can have two queens on one board?
Oh,
yeah,
that's heavy.
That's that boss Marley.
That's heavy.
Ideology, but it's real.
It's heavy.
It's definitely real.
Not to one up you, but I have a theory on that as well. But I definitely want to get to that. I want to get back to the Dumas part.
All right.
Because
what you want to know about Dumas?
You from Dumas.
Exactly.
You got a lot of it's a lot of influential people from Dumas. Shout out to one of my favorite people, Shaman Koga, man.
That's my brody.
Hey, that's one of my favorite people, bro. If you ever want to just flat out laugh, dude has a natural laugh. I don't know what it is. Dude, man, gonna hit you. Hey, that boy gonna hit your funny bone.
He gonna do it.
That dude is just a plumb fool. But not only is he just a plumb fool, he's just a genuine person.
Yeah.
Real recognize real.
Yeah.
So, when did you come from Dumas, dog? Because I remember us from school vaguely, but I know you did come from Dumas, right?
Yeah.
So was it? How old were you guys when you came from Dumas?
What you 11 when you go to 6th grade? Like 6th grade?
Yeah.
My first school was Bel Air.
Yep. And y'all came over there on the east side, right?
Yep.
And that's
I
where.
stayed in Bel Air projects.
Okay, with June, we got all my partners, Ra, Junebug, George Elmer, Bigfoots, all them boys, Doolittle. Okay. And so once you got there, you stayed in the Bluff for a minute.
Yeah, I stayed in the Bluff for a minute, and I started missing home. So I used to, Pine Bluff. I always been faster than Dumas.
Yes.
So I used to, take some of the game from Pine Bluff
and shake it back to the Dumas.
Take it back to the muddy. You know what I'm saying? Like this how this go, this how that go. You know what I'm saying? And I get tired of being Dumas because I feel like, man, it's something else for me to learn. I need to go back up here with my mama at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I always been back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And
when do you feel like you may have got on the wrong path? Or I ain't gonna say the wrong path. I dare not say the wrong path because if the path you took yesterday didn't lead you to where you are today.
Right.
So I don't think we take wrong paths. I just think we take detours.
Right. I had to say, man, excuse me, to be honest, as far as I can remember, I always been a little mischievous dude. Like, I always been one of them type that, like, if I put my mind to something, whether my mama, daddy, grannies told me don't do it, don't touch that stove. Bo gonna see, my family call me Bo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna touch that stove because I want to learn. I want to learn on my own. I want to bump my own head. And I always been that type of child. Like, it ain't nothing that you can tell me. It ain't nothing that you can show me. I can see you do it wrong, but in my mind, I'm going to try to do it right or try to do it and not get caught. You know what I'm saying? So I always been that type of person. I don't know where it come from, man. I probably got some type of chemical imbalance or something going on.
Yo, I don't want to say it's a mischievous or anything. I think it's a you learn
I was
differently.
curious. I learned.
Yeah,
different.
you learn
I'm
differently.
hands-on type of person. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes that hands-on can burn.
Yeah,
You can win.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to see that stove do get hot.
It do get
But how hot do it get?
Man, you know what? I was reading this book by Steve Harvey, man. And in this book, man, I never forget a quote that he said. He said, man, if you want to bend steel or bend iron, it ain't number one way you can do it. You gotta put it through that fire.
It's got to be heated, right?
It's gotta be heated. Real hot. It can't be just, you gotta put it in there. You know what I'm saying? And I always been the one to just dive head first. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things, it just attracted me. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in Dumas, it was a lot of guys, older guys, that I looked up to. Then I go to Pine Bluff, it's older guys that I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? And I just put my own twist on it. You know what I'm saying?
Put your own little swag to it.
My own little swag on to it. You know, like I said, man, sometimes you go through that fire, it's gonna bend you. I've been through a lot. It wasn't always easy, but I did it. I stood on it, learned from it, grew from it, moved on. You know what I'm saying?
So you gained something from it.
Oh, yeah. Most
Might cost you a little, might cost you a lot.
Right.
It did. Did it cost you anything?
It cost me a whole lot. And a lot of it, it didn't really dawn on me till, like, some of the things didn't dawn on me till I was 30. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that I went to when I was 8. I'm like, now I see why they said don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
But so while it did cost you a lot, you were still fortunate to make it through, right?
Right.
So I think that, I don't want to get caught up in, well, you lost this, you did that. Yeah, you might take the wrong turn. Sometimes that wrong turn might cost you more than what you thought you was going to pay.
Right.
Fortunately for you, it cost you some time.
A whole lot of it.
Didn't cost you your life.
Exactly.
Because we're here right now. Let me
now.
pinch what's up. Yeah, we here, baby.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, sir.
Alhamdulillah. Know what I'm saying? And I didn't lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can say that.
It cost me a lot, and I won. I'm still winning because I'm still living every day.
Yeah.
Allah wake me up, I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? Even during my toughest challenges and depressions and anxiety and anger, I still enjoy laying my head down and being grateful that I wake up the next morning to make Thursday better than Wednesday.
So you kind of touched on something. Anxiety, depression, some of those challenges. Did you realize that you were having these things, at a younger age, or did you start understanding some of these traumas as you got older?
As I got older, and to be honest, during my incarceration.
Whoa, we didn't even get there.
Yeah, during my incarceration, man, I'm an adamant reader. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't, being locked up, I never was the one to play cards, dominoes,
you was going
TVs. I went into none of that. You know what I'm saying?
So before we go any further, you did you had to do some time. How much time, if you don't mind me asking?
In all, give and take, I'd say like my first bid, I went in when I was 19.
19.
I got out when I was 23. I did 4 years that time.
Okay.
Got out 2003. Stayed out to 2005. Went back, did 4 more years.
Back to back.
Back to back. Got out and went back for like 9 months. Got out, went back for a year. So we looking at right now, that's 11 years. Now this last one, I just did 7.5 years in federal prison.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
So basically, all together, you did
estimated, man, 19, 18 years.
half of your life.
Half my life. I'm 42.
So for 20 years, almost 20 years, you've been locked up.
Facts.
What, in the beginning, what caused some of this? What led you down this path? Because
what led me down this path was, to be honest, man, in my early days, I really just didn't give a fuck.
you didn't care nothing about no authority.
No authority, no respect for no authority at all.
What led to that? Because you come from good.
And I come from a good.
You could come from good
parents,
stock.
My parents were no inmates, no convicts, or nothing. That's why I tell people that street life is addictive. When you turn that switch on,
It's hard to turn it off.
it plays a part of your mental. You know what I'm saying? Because I went from being Lil Bo to people, you know, and I tell kids today, man, like when people give you a name, you have to live up to that name. So I went from being Lil Bo to being Bo Folks. You know what I'm saying? Part of organization. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I identify with these guys. You know what I'm saying? They don't put folks at the end of Bo. So now I'm a whole new person. You know what I'm saying? And I just had a rebellious attitude for authority. Like,
So let me ask you a question. So when they put this label on you, a part of you felt like you had to live up to that.
facts.
So they have the streets have an expectation on you. Now you feel like, I'm going to be about that.
Yeah.
Because that gave you a sense of pride.
Yeah.
That's
It
something to think
It
about.
gave me a sense of, it's like I was looking for love in all the wrong places.
That's really something to think about. You
know
were
what I'm
looking for,
saying?
the streets gave you, not saying that your mom them didn't,
Yeah, right.
but the streets, guys that you looked up to, gave you that sense of pride. They didn't call you Lil Bo.
Nah.
They called you Big Bo folks.
I mean, Lil Bo only lasted for so long.
Right.
Hold on, let me back up. I went from Lil Bo to lightweight. They used to call me because I was skinny. I'm still skinny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you
But
pack a mean punch.
What? I'm talking about with
You
a
sitting
big
there-
pistol.
You sit them down.
13, 14. I'm the first one in school with the tattoo, big pistol. I probably weighed 93 pounds in the 7th, 8th grade, but I got something heavy in this backpack.
Don't play with me.
And I got a group of hard heads with me. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like I really took on a lot of responsibilities, and I didn't even understand
At that age.
At that age, the influence that I had. You know what I'm saying?
So it's almost like the streets was kind of giving you a title, teaching you how to own it, and wanting you to live up to that title. It kind of gave you a sense of pride,
Right.
made you feel like, gave you a sense of belonging. It harvested that leadership skill in you.
Right.
Maybe that's some of the, and I'm thinking about this because now I'm understanding. I'm an analyst by trade. I analyze data, right? What I have an opportunity to do with a lot of young, and by trade, my 9 to 5 is I analyze data, analyze information, break it down, and then try to resolve the problem.
Right.
What it sounds like to me is the streets gave you, and tell me if I'm wrong, the streets gave you that sense of pride, trained in you some leadership skills, gave you a sense of belonging,
Right.
wasn't calling you Lil Bo, Lil Pretty Bo,
Right.
was calling you Big Dog, Big Bo.
Yeah.
Made you feel like something.
Right.
You think that? So let me ask you a question. You think that's what the streets doing with some of these boys now?
Man, let me say this real quick. Now that I'm older and I'm wiser, the streets really crashed me.
Yeah. The street. You want to know why the streets crashed
will
you?
crash you.
The streets never loved you.
The streets don't love nobody.
The streets don't love no. But you know what though, bro? Here's the thing: as men, as boys, we're not craving the streets. We're craving
the lifestyle.
Purpose. We're craving purpose.
Right.
Here's what I mean by that. You were born to be a leader. You were born to be a leader. It was in you. The streets seen that purpose, started speaking to that purpose. Streets never loved you.
Facts.
Spoke to whatever purpose they seen in you, put that steering wheel in your back, and drove you on down the street.
Man, drove me around the world.
Around the world.
Twice.
Cost you 20 years.
Twice.
Streets don't love you. Now your mama and them, they love you.
They love me. And I took them through it with me because every step of the way, they was there.
But it's only so much love can do.
For real.
Because
and to
here's
be
the
honest,
thing.
I really feel like they should have cut me off a long time ago. I was too spoiled. I was a grown man. I was still being spoiled in prison, huh? All the shoes, whatever it is that the prison had to offer,
You was getting it.
I was getting it.
They
You know
never
what I'm
wanted
saying?
you to feel unloved.
Right, because I can only imagine as a parent, now they wonder, what did I do? Why I go wrong at?
Didn't cut you off.
Facts.
Didn't. I tell people, I lost my mom. One of the worst things that she could ever done is loved us beyond correction.
Facts.
My daddy used to roughhouse with us.
Don't do that.
Don't come up in here. My daddy would tell her, don't come up here telling me to stop. Don't come in here telling me, trying to make me leave him alone. I got to prepare for them. And you know, when he would go all the way with it, and yeah, I'm about that. I'm talking about he picked my little brother up by his skin, my big brother up by his skin, and slam him. Roughhousing. And would tell us, when we felt like, well, I can't take it no more, run up under your mama's skirt tail.
Right.
Mama's got to let us go.
Facts.
Okay. Let's go see how you can handle that.
Facts.
A mama's love is a gift and a curse.
And you know what? Growing up, I was more of a father's child. I used to run behind my daddy. That's why I used to always go back to Dumas. I run behind my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My dad was popular or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he told me one of the last conversations we had before he cut me off for a minute. Because they did cut me off. Like, I'm going to say like summer 1996, I got real wild.
Out you.
To the point where they like, look, what you doing go have effect on your brothers and sisters.
They
Gonna
notice
have
something.
effect upon us. We don't know what you're doing out there in the streets. We only hear what you're doing. Now, they want to protect me, say my son ain't did that, but the whole time they probably know like, man, his ass did that. You know what I'm saying?
He about that action.
Yeah, so I remember being in Dumas, summer 96. This before, like I don't say like my first time really going to the county. I never been a juvenile.
Right.
You know, like say boys home, I ain't never been through none of this shit.
So we around 42.
Like, I was 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I caught my first, when I got charged as an adult, I was 15. I ain't never been in no boys home. I ain't never been in training school or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to doing so much, I was being so active that my mama was like, look, you got to go because I got another child I'm trying to raise and I don't want you
And
to
you
influence.
affecting that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I go to Dumas and my dad like, boy, you a monster. You can't stay here. So now I'm in the streets.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. When your dad said you're a monster, you can't stay here, he was already pretty sure your pops was already in the know of what you had going on.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew you had a lot of traffic. He knew you was hot.
He knew.
So was dad saying, hey, you can't stay here because you too hot? Or you ain't minding me? It's a difference.
Both. Both. And the last conversation, he was like, listen, man, you keep trying to run up behind me. You need to think about your mama because your mama gonna be the one that's gonna be there. When you go to prison, see, my dad was this type. When I caught that first case when I was 15, he bonded me out. He said, that's it.
You only got one.
That's it. So I go to Dormers and he give me this spiel. And I end up going down there and getting into it with some dudes. And I'm out here, I got my head busted. I'm talking about big long jump right there. Big long jump. Can't even go to the hospital. So one of the homies that I look up to,
we had an interruption in services, but we back. Hopefully we'll be back in this. We back in services, baby, man. We apologize.
Yeah.
Hey, look here, Mark.
gotta keep swinging, man.
Hey, Mark. We understand you don't want this game to be put out here, Mark. But we gotta put it out here. Now either you gonna work with us, Mark, or I'm gonna pull up on you, Mark. I know you stay over there in Seattle. And I got some fly points. I get over there to you. I'll let you, Mark, about when we trying to don't be interrupting. This is your boy Big. Hey, Mark, understand, man. Mark, this is your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground
Mark,
Radio
just
Station.
Trying to get a message across, man. Trying
That's
to save one life at a time, man.
Mark, we just want to say one little boy. But hey, so let me ask you a question, boss. You did 20 years, right?
Right. Well, no. I did 18, 19. I don't want the extra. I don't want the extra.
Don't give you the extra.
Don't give me the extra, you hear me?
So you did 18 years, 47 days, and 26 seconds.
Right.
What, how do you think you made it through all that?
Allah.
That's heavy.
Allah, alhamdulillah. For real.
When do you feel like you were woken up spiritually?
Man, you know what? I always been a spiritual type of guy.
Right?
Even when I was doing a lot of this mischievous stuff in my early days, like I used to be the little boy. I'd be in the project. I might bust all the windows out